Well, hello there, Tenno, and welcome to a little recap of the update that is coming, or by the time you see this, may have already dropped on October the 15th. To be precise, it is called the Vallis Undermind update. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I need you to drop me a like, comment, and or sub, because we are tantalizingly close to 8,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? It's bonkers. But for now, let's get into the video. As you may already know, the newest Warframe is about to get released with some new content, some quality of life changes and some shiny stuff to boot. As DE keeps saying, there is much to go over. Nokko is the new fungi mushroom themed Warframe with his whittle sprouting sproddling minions being called into battle to add more to the chaos. Now, in DevStream 189, they gave us some in-game footage and a little hint of what we're going to be up to here at Fortuna. I think the words on everyone's lips were, "My, what a lot of cake they have," referring to the little buttocks of these teeny tiny little whittle mushroom sproddlings. And to be honest, I think the whole thing just sounds cute as all hell. Now, it's coming with some new content based at Fortuna.
Since the dawn of time, the elevator in Fortuna has only gone up.
You're gonna blow my mind right now.
Now, what if?
No, don't do it. No.
What if?
No. There's no way. It only goes up.
What if it went down? Could it be that there is an entire underground deep mine?
That's right, the new content, the Vallis Undermind. By the way, be mindful of that spelling, literally, because undermined, the way they spelled it with no E in the mind bit of it, this word doesn't exist in the English language, even Canadian English. Undermine doesn't exist, so I don't know if they mean it's under the mine or we're under someone else's mind. Let's see, make of that what you will. So if you go to the website, you will find more about Nokko's abilities here, and it should be interesting to figure out how we're going to mod this Warframe. Obviously, I will bring you a video on that. And all you need to access this area in Fortuna is to have completed the new war quest. And we will be expected to do bounties here, collect some new mushroom type things. I don't know if that's a syndicate type thing, maybe, possibly, who knows, and exchange rewards we're getting, I guess, in these bounties with a new NPC called a Nightcap, who is linked to this Vallis Undermind world. And with Nokko, we have these new idle animations as well, which aren't fully fleshed out here, but I love how Ureli is involved, seeing as she is directly linked to Vallis above our heads herself, and it just looks good. I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the animations. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know if it's always going to be Ureli or like it's a random Warframe each time. Who knows? And we're also getting access to a new Archgun, and that's going to be his signature weapon called the Arbusep. I don't know why it's called the Arbusep. Anyway, and of course, they're going to offer us a sproddling floof. We all love a floof, do we not? And the sproddlings look, as I mentioned, as cute as all hell. Now, I personally can't wait to get my hands on this new frame. I like to grind new things out. Obviously, people who've been in the game for a while have got everything, so whenever a new thing comes out, that's our focus, obviously. For people who are working their way through the games, it might feel a bit overwhelming, but don't worry about it. You'll get to this bit when you get to it. It's not going anywhere. Anyway, I can't wait to explore all that this fungi has to offer. And they're spoiling us because alongside this, they're also releasing another quest called The Teacher. And this is a long asked for how to mod quest involving none other than our beloved Teshin. I was personally going to do a basics of how to mod video and then some more advanced stuff, but let's see what education this brings forth. And of course I will do a modding video at some point anyway if necessary, and if people really want it even broken down like more simply because there are so many different ways to mod, there are so many different factions to mod for, and really modding becomes really critical when you get to the higher level content. But on normal steel path, most of your modding will be okay, but there are going to be some specific areas where you really have to, you know, focus in, Tenno. And next up we have the Wukong Xiqian collection. I think I pronounced that correctly, also known as the Stone Monarch skin, but they're going to call it the Xiqian collection. And involved in here we have a fancy new skin for the Wukong frame. We have a dual katana skin, namely his sun and moon here, as you can see, and a new Scaldra, and you can buy the pack and the bundle, and that'll give you other stuff as well, as you can see on the screen. And a word to the wise, they mentioned in the dev workshop notes that Wukong Warframe will be on sale in conjunction with the release of this new skin. How thoughtful of them, right? Wukong Prime is vaulted and currently worth around 70 plat on the market as I record this video. And they are also releasing a Lavos Deluxe skin set. Happy about it, as we love a bit of Lavos, and now that he has his prime, there are even more reasons to bust him out of your arsenal and pretty our lovely Lavos up. They also announced some new Technogen skins being released. They're always worth a look. We have several new ones for Citrine. Citrine just had a deluxe, by the way, so it's really nice to have a Citrine on the go. Dagath and Corvex, and they say on the website, along with a witch's slew of customizations, perfect for your spookiest fashion frame. So very much still in the Halloween theme this month. Loving it. What do you think? Next incoming is also a long anticipated Oberon rework, and I recently did an Oberon video and realised I kind of liked him, and so I'll be interested to see how the changes improve him. Some of the changes include an armor stat change, so normal Oberon Warframe base armor was 185, it's now going to be 385. Oberon Prime was 240, it's now 450, so quite a leap. He has a new defensive passive on the way. Picking up a health orb or universal orb gives Oberon a righteous negation charge and spreads to allies within affinity radius. This caps at 3 charges. If you have one, it makes you invulnerable to incoming damage. When that damage is blocked, a charge is expended. You also get a 0.25 second period of invulnerability once all the charges are used up. Great for shield gating. They are visualized by shields floating around your frame. And to keep it to the point, I won't give all the percentages and the numbers and every single minute change, but Smite now strips enemy armor and overguard fully. Hallowed Ground is now a full circle, not a cone, and it gives guaranteed radiation status effects. Healing is now doubled when stood in amongst the flora and fauna. Renewal has improved energy costs. Range is now affinity range. It now gives the Iron Renewal buff, represented by a VFX crown now, and it gives 50% to you, the player, and 100% to Oberon's allies. And Reckoning now targets enemies in his line of sight. It has increased bonus radiation damage, bonus armor for each enemy hit capped at 1000, but duration can be increased from 30 seconds with duration mods. And it will now strip 50% of armor on remaining enemies permanently, and you have chances of more health orbs being dropped by enemies once they are killed. And there's also been a slight increase to casting speed, and please note that when you log in from October the 15th to October the 21st, you will receive a free Oberon Warframe and a free built former. They do this a lot when they do a rework to help players along. Now, if you already have an Oberon, you can help with it or sell it for credits, and you should retain the Warframe slot for free once he's gone. And next thing to take note of is they are reworking damage attenuation finally. This won't really affect the normal star chart or the normal star chart bosses, or probably even Steel Path really notably, but we'll see. But when we get to the super high level boss fight enemies, specifically the Deep Arc, Median and beyond, it will make the fight more evenly balanced instead of basically a time hole of sadness that just keeps going. It will now scale off an enemy's max health and is player based instead of a group based, i.e. each player will have their own attenuation cap within that mission. Now, our beloved Pablo did say they will keep an eye on it, and they will absolutely need and require the higher ranking players in the game to give them feedback, because it really does matter. By the way, he brought his cat into the video and everybody got very excited on Twitch. Anyway, it really does matter between like the people that have reached the higher end content but haven't got all of the stuff and things, and the people that have been playing the game for, you know, over a decade and do have every single thing formatted up to the max, you know, and there will be a difference between those players. So they're gonna keep an eye on the numbers, they're gonna keep an eye on how it works, and if we're having trouble, we really do absolutely have to feed it back to them so they know, and they will be on watching. Another small thing to note that might pass us all by, who knows, Archguns are now going to have their own arcane slots. Not sure if they'll require their own arcane adapters though, didn't get that far into the notes. Let me know if you know for a fact anywhere, because there are a lot of DE dev notes and workshops to work your way through. And for all you fashion framers out there, you might be pleased to find out that, you know, along with them announcing that they're going to improve the appearance of operators and drifters eventually, hopefully before the end of this year, before the old piece or at the same time as the old piece comes out, Signas will now be equipable on the operators and drifters. Currently they are not, and I mean they're slowly growing their collection of Signas, and sometimes they suit the Warframe I find and sometimes they don't, depending on what Warframe helmet you're using as well. Sometimes, you know, Warframes will have a ton of skins, but also they'll have these sort of very separate helmets that you can find on the Nightwave offerings and things like that. So it's good to fiddle around with them, and I know how much people love to fashion frame and fiddle, and I wonder if there's any way of counting how many hours that you spend in your appearance in your arsenal. Because honestly, I think it would be stupid numbers for some of us. I mean, just come to my Discord and look at the fashion frame channel. People love it, and who can blame them? It's just nice to look fancy dancy, isn't it? Sparkly. And the other thing that he announced, which I didn't even realise was a problem in the game, maybe it is when you get to like Steel Path, I don't know. But apparently the Scaldra missions in the 1999 Helvania content have way too many Techrot spawning in for the likes of some people. Now, I don't know how they're going to work around this, because in these tile sets you have to go down into the shopping mall, the Helvania shopping mall underneath the main town, and always in the mall you get the Techrot enemies, you get a ton of them. So I mean, we're just not going down there anymore, or is it just that Scaldra are going to turn up down there? Because you get some Scaldra and a lot of Techrot, I guess. I don't know why it's a problem, but maybe if you've got a challenge where you have to kill X amount of Scaldra and you go and do a Scaldra mission and it's like, I don't know, 30 or 40% Techrot, maybe that's the issue. I don't know. I hadn't noticed it. I just kind of enjoy playing these nodes. I know some of the people don't enjoy being under the Helvania Mall because it can be a bit kind of like tight, you know, like maneuvering around even. And I don't know, I love it personally. Bit like the Sanctum Anatomica, immediate vibes, you know, love the vibes here. So let me know what you think. Was this something that you had noticed, that there are too many Techrot spawning in on the Scaldra versions of these missions? I didn't think it was a problem. Anyway, you learn something new every day. Now, they probably announced a few other quality of life changes that I haven't mentioned. They definitely changing the ambience and the appearance and the bloom on the Granite Asteroid tile sets, and also some of the relays, I believe. They did a before and after. I won't put them on the screen because it's just an extra bit of bloom, essentially. It's an appearance thing. But let me know what you think. They did announce other changes on the way, and they announced the Protoframe, the Uriel Protoframe, but that's all to do with the old piece. So I think I'm going to do a separate video for old piece news as and when it comes in, because I'm very excited about it. I feel like it deserves its own little space. So let me know what you're thinking about this expansion to Fortuna. Let me know what you think of the new idea of a mushroom Warframe, the fun guy. I mean, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? And it is a game after all, so you may as well just enjoy what's given to you. But let me know if you've got any kind of worries or concerns about it. And I might do a video on the appearance of the Warframes and the proto frames at some point and compare them to some games that have come out recently and the cake that's going on. And yeah, I was thinking of, like, does it actually matter to people what the appearance is, whether we're looking at the cake or whether you're okay not to have the cake? And if you don't know what I mean by cake, just look at some of the more sensual frames and you'll get the vibes. Anyway, it's a gaming life, isn't it, for me? And I kind of don't mind either way. So let's talk about that in a different video, but I'm very intrigued to find out what people think. I'm a nosy bitch. I keep saying it, and I'm very interested on where people stand. And like, people get very passionate and very opinionated, much like myself, which I'm here for. I'm listening. And, you know, people are putting their time and, in some cases, money and efforts into these games. This is supposed to be a pleasurable thing, so I hope that we're all having pleasure from it. And if it's something that you're not interested in, let us know why. Let us know what it is that's irking you. Because, again, we're interested. And you never know. We might be able to change your mind. We might be able to tickle you in the right places. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Come to the Discord. Everybody's opinions are valuable, I think. I'm quite a positive person when it comes to gaming. Myself, I think it's just a game. There are the clues in the name, and it should be fun. So when it's not fun, then we got a slight problem, haven't we? And people take it very seriously. And my goodness, we could have like hours and hours of videos on this subject, but I won't bore you any further, my darlings. Just want to know what you think about this new Vallis expansion, the Vallis Undermind, and what you think Nokko's thoughts and feelings are going to be in the world, and whether you're excited to use him, what he reminds you of, and all the other goodies. Let me know. Comments down below or come to the Discord. In the meantime, I want to give a shout out to you, the person watching this right now. The unwavering support that I get from my viewers means the world to me. Not to be too cheesy pie at the end of a video, but it's time I just told you that I really appreciate your support. Just clicking on a video and watching it, that's it, or just having it on the background even, and turning me down slightly. I appreciate all of it. It all matters to the YouTube algorithm. Liking the video, leaving an emoji or a comment, subbing to the channel, sharing the videos, whatnot, coming to join the Discord and keeping up the chatter, all makes it feel like it's worth it, because I do have a full-time real life job, and that is very exhausting, as I'm sure a lot of you understand. And this is my passion and my hobby, and sometimes I get home and I'm really tired and I'm like, oh, I just want to make a video, but I just need to have a snooze, you know? I'm an old bird, I just need to have a rest. So your support just, it kind of gives me that little zip of energy, and I just keep on going. And it's my pleasure, it really is. And I've learned so much about Warframe, gaming, making videos and all sorts in the process. 2 years I've been at this now ish, going on to 3. So I'd very much like to get up to that 10k sub mark. If you could help me out, I would be incredibly grateful. In the meantime, thank you to you, the viewers. Thank you to my lovely Discordian family. We're growing. We're heading up to 500 members over there. Like I said, we're almost at 8,000 subs on this channel, and it's a great little community. And I just want to finally thank my YouTube members who pay their hard-earned money to support me and have access to my videos early, where I can make them as early as possible. That's not always the case. I'm sorry, it's not always possible, but I try my hardest. Anyway, thank you, all of you. In the meantime, thank you for joining me in this video. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what it may be, and I mean that. I just did a little ranch simulator video. It's like 40 minutes, and I'm in the video if you're interested in what the Coffee Barbarian looks like. I had a blast just building my ranch, man. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you for being here, and you take care now, and goodbye.